Hi, I'm Colette Stang, President of the Saskatchewan Pro-Life Association. I bring greetings today as we celebrate Canada's 150th birthday. We have many things in Canada to celebrate. Our history is filled with rich First Nations culture, brave pioneers, immigrants that came for a better life. And we are a nation that prides itself in accepting and protecting all human beings. We have adopted and defended the values of freedom, democratic government, and equal human rights for all. However, as Jonathan Van Maren of the Canadian Centre for Bioethical Reform pointed out at our convention in April, there is something in our heritage that our current government wants to ignore. And that fact is that for the first 100 years of Canada's existence as a nation, we had legal protection for all human life, including the unborn. Until 1969, all abortion was illegal in Canada. In fact, our first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, said that abortion saps the very lifeblood of a nation. Now, on Canada's birthday, we are faced with the fact that 4 million Canadians never had their own birthday. If these are the values with which Canada began, we must ask how we got where we are now. In 1969, our current Prime Minister's father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, passed a law decriminalizing abortion in certain cases. This law made exceptions for health reasons, which were legally undefined, making the law's application inconsistent and arbitrary. This law was deemed unconstitutional and struck down by the Supreme Court in the Morgentaler decision in 1988. What many people do not realize is that the Supreme Court invited Parliament to enact a law regulating abortion that would be constitutional. This, unfortunately, never happened. We are left in a legal vacuum with regards to abortion laws. There are no laws restricting abortion in Canada. Abortion is legal in Canada at any point. To Canada's shame, we are one of only 3 countries that do not have laws regarding abortion. The other 2, China and North Korea. We need a law. Despite this tragedy, there is a glimmer of hope for Canada. The Morgentaler decision did not make abortion a constitutional right, as many seem to believe. Consequently, there is much promise that our efforts to restore Canada's legacy of protecting the most vulnerable at all stages of life will prove successful. The Saskatchewan Pro-Life Association is committed to restoring Canada's legacy of protection for the vulnerable. We provide resources for women in crisis pregnancies, volunteer time and energy to support our pro-life politicians, and overall work at relieving the circumstances that drive many women to have an abortion. Our organization is uniquely structured to help connect and organize our local pro-life groups in Saskatchewan to national and effective organizations. We are in contact with these organizations and our local pro-life groups to help bring these grassroots initiatives to Saskatchewan. We need your help to restore Canada's legacy of protecting all human life. On Canada's 150th birthday, we encourage and challenge you to make a concrete commitment to working in the pro-life movement in Saskatchewan. You don't need to make a huge commitment of time or energy to be effective. Getting involved is easy, and everyone can do something to make a real difference. In the 21st century, we can do better for women than to let the law and our culture tell them that having a child will destroy their future. Help us to empower women to choose life and to work for the legal protection of their children. There is room for everyone to get involved. Where do you fit into the pro-life movement in Saskatchewan? How will you support the work of the Saskatchewan Pro-Life Association? Let us know. Happy birthday, Canada. Have a fun weekend celebrating with your family and friends.